take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to Saving Our Next Generation. My name is Kamara, and as always, it's a pleasure being on here with you. Today, I have some phenomenal speakers. These are my forward thinkers. And many of you that follow us know why I call them forward thinkers. These are individuals that can strategize and execute. These are individuals that are willing to come to your organization and support your organization in moving forward. The essence of us doing this event every month is to support organizations such as yourselves and so many other countries in so many different parts of the world. Now, my name is Kamara, and I want to thank you for being part of this. Now, many of you will be watching this at a later time, but I want to take the time again to introduce myself and introduce my host, my co-host, Baki Camus. Baki, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about yourself?
Well, you know my song. I'm grateful for another day in B.
Yes.
That's going to go platinum.
One day.
Definitely. You know, as you're quite aware, I tend to joke, but there's some things I take quite seriously. Now, as we're quite aware, our children are killing themselves going in and out of jail. If we don't step in and take action now, when are we going to step in? When we're about to leave this world? How guarantee are we to say, I'm going to be here for the next 50 years or the next 10 years or even the next day? If we don't take action now and support our youths, when can we step up?
I think that's where we go wrong, isn't it? Because if we don't help them now as they are young, and then we wait until they've grown up, it's more hard work.
I tend to deal with a lot of professionals. I know the traumas. There are different kinds of traumas. There's a community trauma, you understand, and which it is I focus on. And the community trauma is something that a lot of us tend to not be aware of, and which is heartbreaking. I know the mayor is eventually going to watch this. And as you're quite aware, with all due respect, you and I have spoken, you know how I feel. If I don't say what I feel, I'm not happy with myself. I'm deceiving me.
Yes.
You understand? When I talk to the mayor, when I speak to a lot of these people, they're telling me that they want to put more police officers on the street.
Yes.
I am so glad one of the individuals that we have today is a detective. There with the community and the police department, there's no relationship.
No connection.
No connection. No kind of thing. If we put in more police officers in certain communities, like I always say, my community, I can go outside with a machete in one hand and a grenade in the other hand. I will not see police for at least an hour. When I drive to another community, which indeed I spend a lot of time in Houston,
Okay.
every second there's a police officer. A lot of these kids feel entrapped, and they would stop and search.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to my youths. The youths feel as though they're not being stopped because of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
They're being stopped because of racial profiling. They're being stopped for drugs.
Yes.
Now, have we ever stopped to consider as to why these youths carry weapons?
No, we don't look for the root of the problem. We only look at the surface. What are these youths doing? They're doing a lot of criminal things. They, making noises and breaking things up. And that's what as a community, we only worry about those things. But what are those deeper roots?
I'll tell you the deeper roots. My son was killed. His brothers feel as though they need to protect themselves. So if they're carrying a knife or a gun and the police pull them over, they arrest them.
Yes.
They feel as though they're taking a gun off the street.
Yes.
Are they really taking a gun off the street, or are they putting that child at risk? Or are they trying to find out why is that child carrying a weapon?
They're not really finding out what child's carrying a weapon. All they think about is what we can, take the weapon away from the child, because in one way, that weapon can turn against him.
Then that child becomes vulnerable to those that are trying to hurt her. And
Yes.
also the ones that have become victimized,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that are being hurt, are they actually getting treatment to say, you know what, this individual is going through a trauma. How can we support this individual? Are these things being put into factor?
But Eunice, you have to understand is that only recently, people now are starting to get the awareness of mental health or awareness about trauma. A lot of time, the people, they just look at, that youth can be troublemaker.
That's an assumption.
Yes, but that's stereotyping, and that has been going on for many years.
But trauma has been going on for many years.
But it's been hidden under the carpet.
Nothing's been hidden. It's not been acknowledged.
Or ignored.
Well, that is why I'm so glad that we do this event.
Exactly.
And I'm so glad that the mayor's office and so many other people get a copy of this.
Yes.
And so many people get to see each and every one of my forward thinkers. Ladies and gentlemen, my forward thinkers, I want you to understand that your voice is going to echo for so many years. Because whatever you say is not just going to resonate here and stay here. Your voice is going to resonate into so many ears and so many years to come.
But also, you have to understand is that Kamara Youths are here to bring that awareness for the community and to bring them together. What you're doing today, like having a detective